She was once labeled too plain to make it in showbiz. Today, she's a fashion icon, a powerhouse actress, and just dropped news that left the internet reeling. Yang Zi, China's beloved star, has done it again. But this time, it's not just a drama. It's a dream come true. Stay tuned, because this story is bigger than headlines. It's about courage, transformation, and one bold move that changed everything. For years, Yang Zi has captivated audiences with her emotionally nuanced performances and undeniable screen presence. But no one, fans or critics alike, expected what came next. Just days after the highly anticipated finale of Beauty of the Nation, Yang Zi stunned the entertainment world by announcing the production of a sequel titled Splendid Beauty. The news came not through a PR agency or press release, but in Yang Zi's signature style, direct, heartfelt, and powerful. Standing on stage, poised and luminous, she spoke not as a celebrity promoting a project, but as an artist who deeply believes in the story she's telling. The reaction was immediate and overwhelming. Social media platforms across Asia and beyond lit up with excitement. Fans from China to Canada, from South Korea to France, expressed their joy with heartfelt messages, hashtags, and reaction videos. Beauty of the Nation had already been a cultural phenomenon, a rich, emotionally textured drama that drew in millions for its blend of history, love, and resilience. But this sequel promises more than a continuation. It offers evolution. Splendid Beauty is set to explore the untold chapters of the protagonist's journey, delving into themes of identity, sacrifice, and personal transformation, echoing Yang Zi's own path as a public figure. Early insiders suggest that the sequel will feature an expanded international cast, deeper character arcs, and cinematic-level production quality, elevating the series beyond television and into global prestige. What's striking is how Yang Zi framed the project, not simply as a career milestone, but as a gift to those who have followed her through every stage, those who cheered her on when she struggled to escape the shadow of her child star past, and those who defended her when critics doubted her worth. Her voice, calm but brimming with conviction, carried the weight of someone who knows what it means to be underestimated, and what it takes to rise anyway. The announcement was more than entertainment news. It was a moment. A reminder that storytelling still has the power to unite across borders, to stir hearts, and to reflect our deepest hopes. And through Splendid Beauty, Yang Zi is not just continuing a story, she's deepening a legacy. There was a time when Yang Zi's name was more often associated with her roles than with her presence. Though her acting drew praise, her appearance became an easy target for critics who overlooked her talent and focused instead on surface-level judgments. Fashion bloggers ridiculed her looks. Headlines labeled her as unfashionable, calling her anti-like for her oversized shirts, mismatched patterns, and conservative silhouettes. Public scrutiny weighed heavily, not just for her red carpet moments, but in candid street photos that became fodder for ridicule. For years, Yang Zi was caught between expectations and harsh commentary, her image overshadowing her immense capabilities. But quietly, with dignity and determination, she began to change, not for others, but for herself. Yang Zi's transformation wasn't a sudden makeover orchestrated for headlines. It was a gradual, intentional evolution. She partnered with a new team that understood not just her proportions, but her personality, her strengths, and her inner story. They worked not to disguise her, but to reveal her, to bring forth the confidence and grace that had long been present beneath the surface. She learned what it meant to dress with intention, how fabric could frame strength, how color could express emotion, how posture and poise could speak louder than words. She stopped trying to meet outdated beauty standards and instead embraced her own. Slowly, public opinion shifted. Critics began to take note, not of how she looked, but of how she carried herself. Her presence grew magnetic. Her fashion choices, once mocked, were now studied, celebrated, and emulated. Yang Zi emerged not only as a talented actress, but as a symbol of modern elegance and self-possession. What makes her style journey so moving is that it reflects a deeper personal arc, from self-doubt to self-expression, from being shaped by public opinion to shaping it. Every red carpet appearance became a statement, not of fashion trends, but of identity reclaimed. She reminded countless women that style is not about hiding imperfections, but about revealing power. And in doing so, she offered a quiet revolution. Her elegance is no longer just worn, it's lived. And in that space between fabric and feeling, between past and present, Yang Zi became more than a star. She became an icon. As Yang Zi steps into a new chapter of her career, Her projects are no longer simply vehicles for performance. They are extensions of her personal values, reflections of her journey, and declarations of what she stands for as an artist and as a woman. Her latest ventures signal more than professional ambition. They carry purpose, responsibility, and a renewed sense of identity shaped by experience. Having already proven her talent through a string of successful dramas and films, Yang Zi now appears more intentional in her choices. She's no longer selecting roles for popularity or visibility, but for substance. Upcoming projects, including the sequel Splendid Beauty, are crafted with deeper themes, complex portrayals of womanhood, cultural identity, and inner resilience. These are narratives that mirror the very path she's walked, one of reinvention, emotional growth, and hard-won authenticity. What sets this phase apart is her growing influence beyond the screen. Recently, Yang Zi announced a collaboration with several humanitarian organizations to support young women in the creative arts. Through mentorship programs, mental health awareness campaigns, and scholarship initiatives, she's quietly building a platform for others to find their voice, especially those who, like her, once felt overlooked or underestimated. Her planned involvement at international events like Paris Fashion Week and the Seoul Drama Awards reflects not just rising stardom, but a broader mission. She's bringing Chinese storytelling to a global stage, not with arrogance, but with sincerity, acting as a cultural bridge in an industry too often fragmented by stereotypes and borders. And with each new step, she makes it clear that she's not just interested in recognition, she's interested in impact. This new sense of purpose feels earned. It's the result of years navigating an industry that rarely makes room for transformation. She has lived through rejection, endured public scrutiny, and risen above it not with defiance, but with grace. Her current trajectory isn't defined by fame, it's defined by her ability to use that fame for something greater. Yang Zi's future projects are not just performances to watch. They are stories to feel, movements to follow, and reminders that real influence begins when success is used not to elevate the self, but to uplift others. In finding new projects, she has found new purpose, and in doing so, she's becoming something more lasting than a star, she's becoming a voice. Yang Zi's journey resonates not because it's glamorous, but because it's real. She's faced ridicule, stereotypes, rejection, and yet, she chose to rise, not retreat. Her story reminds us that success isn't reserved for the flawless, it's built by those who fight for their place, one step at a time. Which moment in Yang Zi's journey inspired you the most? Let us know in the comments, because your voice matters here on Star Watch Now. And if you believe in powerful transformations, strong women, and stories that move the heart,
like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a moment from the rising star of Asia and beyond.
Thank you for watching, and remember, your story is just beginning too.